You've reached the Pro Wrestling Summit, motherfucker. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, Knowledge and myself, Tatum. We welcome you to Pro Wrestling Summit, the hottest pro wrestling take show on the motherfucking internet. Please make sure to reach out to us at good_villain_media. That is on Instagram. Don't be afraid. Make sure that you subscribe to this fucking channel. You don't want to miss out on wrestling fucking hot topics. You don't want not hot topics. Hold on, wait. Hot topics in wrestling, not wrestling hot topics. I don't want people to be confused that they can find this at their local hot topic establishment.
Or maybe you can be. We're everywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are.
We're just standing there in the Hot Topic. In fact, we're recording this in a Hot Topic right now.
Just waiting. Just waiting for you to walk in with bated breath. Buy a Pro Wrestling Summit t-shirt.
And maybe a lava lamp.
Maybe some Janko jeans with some chains on them. The fuck? Dude, I used to go in there as a kid, man. And then they started selling wrestling merchandise, and I was like, oh.
I mean, as a kid, that was like the store to be in. Hot Topic and Spencer's. You know,
Spencer's Gifts, dude. Yeah.
Always good for wrestling stuff. That's amazing. Those places always had great wrestling stuff in it.
I bought a lot of blow-up dolls for people at Spencer's Gifts.
Oh, I bet.
Blow-up pigs too, as a matter of fact.
Jesus.
Well, you know, bachelor parties back in the day.
Yeah, speaking of blow-up pigs, TK, what the hell are you doing?
TK, bro. TK. Let me just say this. Listen, man. I appreciate you letting William Regal go because it's the right thing to do. And I get why you did it, and your reasoning makes a lot of sense. Your mother was ailing, is ailing. You know, best wishes to your mom. Certainly, just because we rag on you, we're not, you know, insensitive fucking human beings. No. You know, there is a lot in the wrestling business, and, you know, we poke a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, you know, we certainly don't want to see anything happen to, you know, to TK or his family or anything. And he's been going through some shit, man. And, like, you know, it puts a new perspective on things. For me personally, it puts a new perspective on things. You know, especially when somebody who you care for is, you know, is suffering, you know, it can become very taxing. And he has a lot of fucking shit on his plate, this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the fucking GM for a professional European football team in the Premier League. And he's also the fucking GM for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he runs a professional wrestling company. And he runs all these other subsidiary businesses that he runs. This guy is fucking put to his end here. He's just going all in, and he's doing a million things at once. The thing that made Vince great is wrestling is what Vince did.
Yeah, that was it. It was his only focus was wrestling.
What happened with the XFL?
Yeah, until the XFL, the XFL came out, and he was like, yeah, let's do football, but he didn't put his full effort into it, and it fell apart. And then he tried it again, and I don't know, is that still kicking?
Yeah, The Rock bought it.
Oh, good for him.
Wow, come on, dude. I mean, what the fuck?
You know,
it's not my cup of tea. I really, you know, I don't really like dig.
Don't they do some weird thing where like they pick their quarterbacks every year or something like you don't maintain the same quarterback?
Oh Jesus, I have no idea, bro. I don't follow the XFL.
I think I saw something about that.
I follow the NFL. You know, major sports franchises. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't. Once football season's over in the NFL, that's it for me. Yeah. So, but wrestling never has an off season.
My comment about TK, what the hell are you doing, has nothing to even do with William Regal. I understand what he did with William Regal, but how do you still not put the goddamn tag team championships on FTR?
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna beat a dead horse, and I don't want to seem like an FTR mark, but
no, I'm an FTR mark. I don't care.
I mean, I am too.
They're the greatest tag team in wrestling. Not according to, you know, the dirt sheets, but
I mean the PWI fucking lists are fucking ridiculous. Everybody who's in the wrestling business knows that it's a fucking, it's a rag.
Yeah.
And you can't take it serious. It's cool to see your name in a magazine.
Right.
Who the fuck reads magazines?
Right.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated has not been fucking like super popular since like the age of the internet.
Yeah.
You know, wrestling fans will pick it up.
Wrestling marks will pick it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Wrestling marks, you're right. I shouldn't say fans.
Right.
Marks.
Because the casual fan doesn't care about that stuff.
Yeah. And
they see it on Twitter. It's a good thing to be like, whatever. They get a little bit of chatter about it. But, FTR is the best tag team they have in AEW. And you gave them an opportunity, finally, for the tag belts. And they're not going to win it. And they're your ROH tag team champions, which kind of buries them a little bit to me. You could say it puts over the Acclaimed a little bit, but I don't know. For FTR to be as prestigious as they are,
and then lose to these guys,
to lose the Acclaimed,
who have been a tag team for what, 2 years?
You know,
like these guys have wrestled in the biggest company in the world, and been tag team champions in the biggest. Were they tag champ? Yeah, they won the tag titles there.
Yeah, but
once or twice.
But I mean, you know. The FTR's been together forever, you know, and that's what they do, is they do tag team wrestling. They are professional tag team wrestlers.
Yep.
And with the amount of experience they have, the amount of coordination they have, and the fact that everyone in their right mind is throwing titles at them, for you not to bestow your tag team championships on them, and then at Final Battle, I keep saying Final Fight. Final Fight's a better name. At Final Battle, they're going to be defending their ROH championships when you're not going to be featuring ROH on AEW programming as much anymore after 2023. Well, when 2023 starts.
Did they secure a TV deal?
No, but he just said that, they're talking about streaming, but he did say in an interview that ROH talent will not be featured as much in 2023 on AEW. He's trying to phase out ROH from AEW and make it its own separate entity.
It's fucking smart.
Absolutely.
There's too many fucking people.
Absolutely.
Put those lower tier guys on those fucking shows. Really start to utilize Dark and Elevation as like actual shows, because people will watch them.
Yeah.
People will watch them if you put fucking halfway decent matches on there.
Yeah.
When we see the same rotation of people every week, it gets a little fucking stale. Now, I love jobber matches. I love seeing fucking, name guys fucking beating up a jobber.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Why is it that fucking Athena has to come out and be like, girls hit just as hard as the guys do. If I was a guy, this wouldn't even be a thing. Okay, but you're not.
You're not.
And that's why it's a thing, because we're not used to seeing that in women's wrestling. You don't see that. Mm-hmm. How many shoot things have you seen in a women's wrestling match? Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax is the only thing that I can think of, and the Ivelisse and Thunder Rosa thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've never seen like a woman like fucking. Well, Fabulous Moolah shot on Wendy Richter a couple of times, but
who did Fabulous Moolah not shoot on?
Yeah, she shot on everybody. She was just out there to fucking really hurt somebody.
Yeah, but I don't know. That always tarnishes yourself a little bit when, as a, it's gonna sound whatever. You can make it sound whatever way you want to, but as a female wrestler, to come out and say, well, the guys can do this, why can't I do that? Just do it. And don't offer explanations.
Yeah, like, why are you explaining it?
Yeah,
you shouldn't be explaining it.
Right.
You want to know why? Because I like that new character better.
Yeah.
The less of an explanation that you give me, the more I'm going to become invested in your character.
Right.
Now, because you said this, and I know where you're coming from now, I understand that this is like, you're just trying to keep up with the Joneses, essentially, and if they can do it, why can't I? And there's not like a bigger purpose behind it. So I actually thought higher of her before she opened her mouth and started saying this fucking stupid shit. Yeah. Like, don't say that shit.
I mean, wrestling there was a period there in wrestling where less was always more. And you didn't just come out and say everything. I mean, in the 80s, it was always you just came out and said everything. You explained every single one of your motives. But, in the 90s and then, throughout the Attitude Era, you were always, most wrestlers were like very, I don't know, but they weren't explicitly coming out there and being like, well, this is why I hatched these plans. And
Shawn Michaels, Brett was having some of his own sunny days.
Right. You were being a little bit more coy about it, and people bought in because of that, You can't have long-term storylines if you're going to come out and explain your motives all the time.
Let me ask you a question. If you were TK, would you ban people from talking to the press?
100%.
Yeah, okay, me too.
100%.
Like, after all this shit, dude, I would absolutely ban people from talking to the press.
AEW has given me a whole new outlook on the industry.
Of what not to do.
Yeah, so I think of... Right now, I think of WWE as, 2000 to, 2020, or maybe 2018 New England Patriots.
Okay.
They were the team everybody wanted to be. No one spoke without the team's permission, and any issues that were going on stayed in-house.
Belichick era.
Real
deal Belichick era.
Right. Belichick-Brady era,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Then you go to, I don't know, compare AEW to the Miami Dolphins, I guess, where people are constantly going in and out. People are constantly running to the papers complaining about, being bullied or being mistreated, and everybody's just got an open book, and because of that, your team sucks and doesn't end up even making the playoffs most of the time. Sorry, that was more of a rant on the Dolphins there.
Tell us how you really feel about the organization, man.
But in all honesty, you think of I thought that it was going to be a breath of fresh air for AEW to let wrestlers be themselves and to be able to go out and do these shoot interviews and everything. But after a while, it's like you make me not want to watch. You're like little kids, and I don't want to participate in your nonsense.
Yeah, see, listen, man, the wrestling business is surrounded by drama. It's always going to be surrounded by drama. But the backstage has always been closed to the public. Essentially. Yep. There's people leaking information all the time.
And WWE knew when to use those leaks to their advantage. You think of the Edge and Matt Hardy situation with Lita. That storyline was huge when that information went out.
That shit was so white hot, bro. White hot!
And it fizzled out, and they knew when to cut it.
Once they had the match, what are you going to do after that? That's it.
Right.
It's over. Edge beat you. He took your girl. You're fucked.
But he didn't need to... Vince didn't put, Edge and Matt Hardy in, a year-long multi-match battle of... It's hey, this thing happened. It got out in the public. You're going to square off in the ring, and then that's it.
And what did they do? Nothing happened.
Nothing.
No shoot.
Yep.
No nothing. They didn't act unprofessional. They went out there like professionals with real heat.
Yep.
And real fucking real
nuclear type of nuclear heat.
Nuclear heat. Crazy.
People wanted to kill Lita and Edge.
God, dude. That was a time in the business, dude. And Edge fed right into it, dude. He made that rated R superstar character work because of that.
It made his career.
And listen, that live sex show that they did on Raw, hysterical.
Yep.
There was a nip slip, but that, who cares? At that point, Lita was pretty much nude in every fucking photo shoot that they did of her. So what the fuck is the difference at the end of the day?
Right.
But no, man, that was a fucking white hot storyline. They used real life to fucking do it. Mm-hmm. The problem is that I think with these fucking people at AEW is there's no control and they don't know how to conduct themselves. because they are still indie mindset. I can just say whatever I want, and there's going to be no repercussions because this is who I am, and they told me to just be who I want to be.
Well, you know who
and that's the problem.
You know who they should be listening to?
William Regal.
William Regal. You have Big Show there. You have
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark Henry there.
Arn Anderson.
Right. You have guys behind the scenes that have been doing
Ricky Steamboat. Do you want me to just fucking keep going?
You have guys behind the scenes that saw how this stuff worked. And
on the biggest stage.
Yep.
Like, why wouldn't you want to listen to a guy like William Regal, who everyone that he worked with on NXT went up to the main roster, and they're huge stars right now.
Mm-hmm.
Huge stars. Because that original NXT was all William Regal.
Mm-hmm.
The Seth Rollins of the world. Like, all those fucking guys, he was the one working with those motherfuckers.
Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing, right? So, I don't even think at this point that WWE is interested in these indie stars anymore. I know they brought back some people here and there, but when you look at stars that were indie stars that went to NXT and then never really made it to the main roster, you gotta think that at this point WWE was looking for one thing, and it wasn't, talent, whether they were good on the mic, anything like that. It was whether they could humble themselves and whether they could listen to the instructions that were going to be given to them and then perform those instructions.
Well,
because indie stars clearly cannot do that, because TK has a bunch of indie stars in AEW, and these people cannot humble themselves.
Dude, I just don't understand how, the reports come out, dude, and, Brian Pillman's like, oh, yeah, me and Lee Moriarty were the only ones at the ring when Regal would, talk. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Because everybody thinks that they're above that now. Everybody in AEW
his ideas are old and dated. That was the fucking... Are you fucking kidding me?
But here's the thing. If they were in WWE and William Regal was talking in WWE, they would all be at that ring listening. Because WWE doesn't allow you to think that you
know more than they do.
Or that you're above anything.
Right.
You're here now. You're not above anything.
And that's the one thing about that company, dude, is that everyone seems to be on a pretty even playing field. Mm-hmm. I mean, except if you're the top guy.
Right.
And if you're the top guy, you shouldn't be on the same playing field as everybody else. More. Exactly right. You've earned the spot to be treated as the fucking top guy.
Right.
But everybody else gets treated like a fucking regular employee. Do you think that they give a fuck that AJ Styles has had fucking 1 million 5-star matches?
Not at all.
In anyone's opinion?
Not at all.
No. They'll have him go out on TV and lose for the next fucking 7 weeks if they see fit.
They'll have a whole... I mean, think of the feud between AJ and Shinsuke Nakamura, where it was, low blows all the time. Totally making a mockery of anything they could actually do with each other. You're going to do that because that's what we tell you to do.
And that's that. You want to get a fucking paycheck, homie?
Right. Now, you think of Roman Reigns and people he's the top guy right now. Clearly, he's the top guy.
He's the top guy in all of wrestling.
Now,
it's not even close.
Like I said, you earn your spot. Look at the shit that he had to go through to get there. They put him through so much shit, and he listened, and he followed through the suffer and succotash thing. It was in a script.
You cannot let go of that shit.
I never will. And he said it, and you know what? People shit on Roman for a long time, but it's hard for people to shit on him now. And he earned that spot. He can do what he wants.
How can you shit on that guy at this juncture? There's nothing that you can say about that guy. To me, dude, pretty much a 40-year wrestling fan.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can say to me that would convince me that dude is not the best in the fucking business right now.
Mm-hmm. I love the people that say, well, Roman, he only has a few moves that he even does. Yeah, he gets over with just a few moves. He doesn't have to do more. He doesn't have to fly around the ring and do all this shit.
Dude, half of his matches he doesn't even wrestle.
Right.
It's all mind games.
Punch. You know,
punch kick, bro.
Yeah, punch kick, and then Superman punch. Done.
Maybe a DDT thrown in there or something. You know?
Yeah.
Or that choke that he does, that standing fucking...
I like that.
That standing guillotine choke. Yeah, I like that. I like when he locks that in because he can really... It looks like he's really wrenching up on it hard. And he's a fucking big guy, man. Like, he's not a fucking small dude. He's in great shape.
Oh, yeah.
He's in great shape. And that's why he's the best in the business, dude.
That guy's that's a huge comeback story for him, too, with the cancer and everything, you know? I mean, that's...
Now, let me ask you a question.
Story.
Because this is something that I'm curious in, because you're an astute motherfucker and an intelligent man. Mm-hmm. At least I consider you that way.
I do too.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you very little. So I because of all these like steroid allegations that have been pushed out recently, with the Liver King being exposed, The Rock has been questioned.
Joe Rogan's calling out The Rock. Yeah.
I mean, how many of these guys do you think are on something?
Oh, a good amount.
Most, right? You would.
I mean, even look at what. Well, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say most, but a good amount. Like, I wouldn't say that. Like, you know, Seth Rollins is on the gas. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that it's more prevalent in WWE? Than AEW?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that is a money issue, too.
And I don't think it's steroids, just to be clear. I think that everyone's on the TRT or the fucking HGH.
Yeah.
Because there's no testing for that. These guys can go through the testing pool and fucking...
But we're playing semantics at that point, though, whether it's steroids...
whatever it is. But who's on gear? Somebody, if they're on gear or not.
Right, yeah. I don't know if it would be most, but especially with the amount of injuries, too. Like, that's the other thing. You know, because
these guys are out on the road, man.
You could say possibly Cody, but Cody I don't think would have been down with that type of injury for as long as he has been with...
Did you see his pictures?
I haven't seen anything new from him.
Bro, he is fucking jacked. Jacked. All he's been doing is hitting the gym. That's what it looks like.
So is he coming back to the Rumble? He's got to be coming back to the Rumble.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's... you know what, man? Well, that's the next big pay-per-view, and, like, that's the spot to do it in. You know what I mean?
The question is he going to win it? I mean, they're saying that The Rock might win it.
Nah.
I think that's the worst possible idea.
Dude, let me explain something to you. If the fucking Rock wins the Rumble, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, it's... Listen, I get it, dude. The Rock's a giant star. It's going to put a lot more eyes on you. But how fucking disrespectful could you possibly be to the rest of the talent who does... The Rock's going to be in the main event spot anyway. Mm-hmm. Why does he need to win the fucking Rumble?
Well, because if he's going to go up against Roman, he's got to go. Roman's got both titles.
Oh, okay, great. So Roman just says, "Hey, motherfucker, I'll fucking challenge you. Fuck this other guy. I'm going to wrestle you before WrestleMania at the February pay-per-view. Get that out of the way, and then Old Rocky can fucking come in here, and I'll smash you at WrestleMania and fucking be the man."
I think that's why people are saying that The Rock is going to win the Rumble, though, because that gives him the pipeline to the championship. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No.
Yeah.
Too many storylines going on with the bloodline, man. You got it's just too much, dude. Like, Roman has too many people.
Before we get into the stories, though, that the spike by Solo on Raw, that was fantastic.
The Samoan spike?
Yeah, that was fantastic. It's a great little homage to Umaga there. It's fantastic.
I like Solo a lot, man. I'm not big into the Solo. The Solo Slam or whatever the fuck that fucking stupid thing is.
Which is basically the rock bottom, but
it's
with a twist.
It's a Uranagi. He just turns the guy in midair. Yeah. It's the Samoa Joe shit that he does out of the corner, except he's not doing it out of the corner.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
If he continues to do the spike, though, I'm fucking into that.
I thought that was a great homage to Umaga. And, Solo is so connected to the family thing, and which is the whole point of the bloodline. But to now have somebody who isn't just saying you're a part of the family, but now is paying homage to one of the most underrated members of that family, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that he truly got his due or his big break. I think that it was all kind of. I think that probably his drug use had something to do with that.
Well, absolutely.
But that was, but again, that was during the time when everyone was doing pills.
Yeah.
So like, you can't. He's no different from every other guy.
Product of his era.
Right. Like, that's just how you came up. Like, you came up taking pills and drinking. Yeah. Like, that's what it was. Yeah. That's what these guys are. They all did it. Every big star that you know of took pills and drank. Mm-hmm. That's just fucking how it goes. So it's unfortunate that he took a mix of things and his life ended tragically. Mm-hmm. It sucks. But I would have to agree with you that I don't know, man, because, like, I don't think Rosie ever really got his due either. Like, he was a fucking big-ass dude, man. Like, and them as a tag team, that 3-minute warning shit was fucking real deal, bro.
Yeah. And then they stuck Rosie in the...
With Hurricane, fucking doing
the superhero in training.
That's fucking... Yeah, shit.
Yep.
Because somebody
Because McMahon probably thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he had shit written on his shirt, and
That guy is a giant human being who can move around the ring.
Out of the two of them, though, I think Umaga was definitely the more talented.
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
That's a guy that was seen in his prime that he put down. I mean, that's you didn't see that too often.
Nope. And then he was in the Donald Trump match too.
Yeah. And he won convincingly against Cena in that match. He won convincingly in that match, and then he lost to Lashley in the Donald Trump match there. Yeah,
which they had to do.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you gonna do?
You can't have Donald Trump shave his head. That's not gonna happen. So that's another one that was clearly like telegraphed. Which one was gonna win? Clearly, Bobby Lashley was gonna win that match because Donald Trump's not shaving his head.
Yeah, I mean, of course he's not gonna fucking shave his head. I mean, I think everyone knew that he wasn't gonna fucking shave his head.
Right.
But at that time, man, that's like what it was. That's that's just fucking part. It's part of the deal. But I mean,
with the idea of the Rock winning the Rumble, I mean, like you said, the Bloodline has so many storylines right now. I think it'd be a shame to cash in with the Rock at this point when there's so much more that has to be resolved. The stuff with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens,
KO, Drew, Sheamus. There's a million things. And plus the Uso shit that is going on with, the Brawling Brutes and, fucking, it's all fucking wild, man. It's all wild. And then NXT has their pay-per-view on Saturday. ROH has their pay-per-view on Saturday.
NXT, it was interesting to see the New Day come out, challenge for the title.
Love it.
The Tag Team Championship. Well, they're not going to win. You know they're not going to win.
I think that this Pretty Deadly thing has. I don't think it's hit the way that they have expected it to, and.
But you think the New Day is going to take the titles off of?
Yeah.
And defend them
on NXT.
On NXT.
Yeah.
I don't know. That all seems like a demotion.
What?
That seems like a demotion for them at this point. Although, what are they going to do? They don't have tag titles to fight for in the main shows.
Well, what the fuck are they gonna do anyway, dude? They've been losing every week on TV.
Yeah.
They're the shits, dude. And they're both good wrestlers. I'm really not a big fan of Xavier Woods, but Kofi is excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, has excellent timing.
And they're not gonna be nearly as big as they were unless Big E comes back somehow.
Well, he's the straw that stirs the drink, man. Like that's literally that's what he does when he comes out. He swivels his hips like a straw.
Oh, man.
And he's amazing, dude. He's amazing, but I don't know if he'll ever wrestle again. If I'm being 100% honest.
We talked about him before. I would really like to see him come out and manage, but you're afraid of him having to get physical if he comes out and manage. And how could he not get physical if he comes out and manage? The guy's huge.
Yeah.
You can't be bigger than the people you're managing and not get physical.
He's bigger than the both of them put together, dude. His chest is so big, bro.
Yeah. He's going to lose a lot of that weight, though. He's going to lose a lot of that muscle.
Wow. That's what HGH is.
Yeah, that's right.
That shit'll keep you right as rain, bro. Right. Listen, man, like Bobby Lashley's almost 50 years old. That guy is a fucking specimen. And that is not natural. You can tell me that you work out fucking 6 hours a day. That at your age, that shit is not natural. Even if you have superior genetics, that is not natural for your body to look like that. Even at 20 years old.
His veins have veins.
God, he's so vascular, bro. So vascular. And listen, I'm not hating. I think that they should be allowed to do steroids. If that's what you want to do,
you do what you got to do.
You are not in a profession, a legal profession. You're not in like baseball or football or something like that. You're in entertainment.
As long as no one is forcing you to do it. Like as long as you're not earning your spot because you're gassing, that's if
you're taking them for performance or like to heal from injury.
Because you're an adult, you know what's going on. There's enough knowledge of all that stuff to know that if you take those, there are consequences to taking those. You are shortening your life expectancy. You know it.
It's the same thing as if a guy takes pills.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look at that bottle of pills and go, maybe it's not a great idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I should not do that and have fucking 15 drinks at the bar.
Right.
Because I'm probably not gonna wake up. That's pretty much what happens.
So I'm with you on that one. I mean, it's not.
There's just gonna be too many people, man, who are on the gas.
It's not a competitive sport.
Yeah. You just gotta fucking let these guys do what the fuck they want to do.
But the other thing is, even with competitive sports, this is the thing that aggravates me, so, a lot of this stuff that, wrestlers and people who play, professional sports can't take is stuff that could, if you and I got hurt, it would be stuff they would give us. Steroids, things like that, to help us perform better and recover.
Right.
So you have these injuries and they're out longer because they can't take this stuff for their injuries.
Mm-hmm. And then they come back a year later and they're, at half speed.
Yep.
And these teams are like, well, fuck that. I'm not paying this guy this amount of money. And then they get cut.
And that is where, wrestling is like a competitive sport because you have an age limit. I know there are the rare instances of people going much longer, but for the most part, you have an age limit. And if you're going to have an injury that's going to put you down for a year, where if you could take a lot of these substances and get yourself back, not illegal substances that a doctor can prescribe you, and be back in 3 months rather than a year, that's 9 months of time that you could be earning in a short amount of time.
In a business where your money depends on if you're on top or not.
And depends on whether you're on camera or not.
Not getting pay-per-views if you're fucking sitting at home unless it's in your contract.
Right.
Which WWE's not signing that
unless
fucking
you're
contract.
Cody Rhodes.
Well, I mean, I think that's a little bit different. Yeah. I think that in his case, his downside guarantee is probably large.
Yeah.
It's probably $850K, I would imagine. I mean, he's got to be making $5 or $6 million a year.
Oh yeah.
On the shelf, he's got to be making fucking $750 at least. You know what I mean? Which is not a bad living. I mean,
not a bad living.
You can survive off of $750, even if you're Cody Rhodes. I mean, gear costs a lot of money, but I mean, fuck, dude. I'm sure that people make his gear for him for free because he advertises their shit on TV every week. I make gear for Cody Rhodes. Oh, yeah? Well, fucking...
Just stick that right in there.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Fucking A. So yeah, man, I don't know. A lot of pay-per-views this weekend. Fucking, AEW nonsensical booking again this week. Just weird.
Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Yeah.
I'm
pleasantly surprised.
You texted me about when the promo started.
Yep.
And you texted me when it was done, saying, "Hey, it was a really good promo." It's just why Ricky Starks? I don't like. Of all the people, think of the people that have held that AEW championship. There's not many.
No.
And
where does Ricky Starks fit into that category?
Right.
With a Moxley, a Danielson, Kenny Omega, where is he in that sphere? Hangman Adam Page.
And that's what I wish.
And I don't even like Hangman.
Right. But, that's where I wish. What I wish Mox would, not Mox, MJF would have said is like, why are you even here right now?
Yeah. The thing about it that I don't like, let me start with that, because there are some things that I do like about it. I think Ricky Starks showed a lot on the microphone, being able to hang with MJF. I think that he probably silenced some critics who were like, he's just going to fucking get decimated on the mic. And he didn't. Mm. They were cheering fucking, I don't know, something MJF. But, I mean, Dollar Store Dwayne, what a fucking line. Yep. I mean, MJF is great. The problem with all of... See, I don't want to, delve too far into it, but there's a certain process to cutting a promo, okay? And MJF has a very unique way of doing it, and he is not in the school of thought of building up your opponent to then beat him so then you have accomplished something. Mm. He's more of the ilk of, I'm gonna fucking bury this guy in every way possible, and then say one line about how he's you're good but not as good as me. The problem is that the shtick gets really repetitive. And I mean, me personally, if I'm Ricky Starks and some dude is just saying that to me, I'm punching him in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting. I'm not hesitating. If I'm there I need to get in this guy's head. I'm not gonna wait for him to throw a shot at me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking take him right out of his game as soon as he says something fucked up to me. Boom, that's it. And then, MJF stands tall with the fucking kick to the dick, and then they do the spear. But the man just got kicked in the fucking dick.
Right.
I don't know. He must be superhuman, because I've been kicked in the dick, not nearly as hard as MJF appeared to kick him in the dick, and I couldn't stand up straight.
Couldn't breathe.
Fuck being able to run and hit roll. Fuck that. I had no air.
Yeah.
Even when I was at my most athletic.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there are things that I like about it. MJF, his facial expressions when the crowd started chanting against him and calling him a name, and he sells it really well. But when you bury somebody so hard, and he just buries everybody, and it's okay, dude, but you're not a superior athlete. Mm-hmm. Wardlow beat the fuck out of you in 4 minutes. He powerbombed you so many fucking times. So that tough guy shit doesn't work for me with him.
Right. The
chicken shit, that's what works. And I think that is what got him to the dance. And when you forget what got you to the dance and you try to portray yourself as something a little bit different now, people are going to poo-poo all over that. And they're going to turn on it fast.
Especially that crowd.
Oh, my God. And then he's going to be going, oh, man, ratings suck.
Mm-hmm.
People are not interested in me anymore. Like, how do I change it? And now he's painted himself into a corner.
Right. I think that...
kind of like the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
They painted themselves into a corner. If they're not going to come out and go scissor me daddy... and fucking homeboy isn't going to rap, people are going to shit all over it. They're going to be like, this sucks now.
Yep.
As soon as you change up even a little piece of that gimmick, you're done.
Right.
You know? And it's unfortunate because talented guys have gone by the wayside. Just by a simple change that they didn't think would amount to anything.
I thought the smart booking play, like, Ricky Starks, I feel like that's just a shock thing to have him come out and now challenge for the champ. Like
he just got beat by Powerhouse Hobbs.
Right, and now he's so. Just to put this in perspective, MJF beats Mox with the help of William Regal. Okay, that happened. And then he comes out with William Regal,
and then turns on William Regal.
Lays him out for dead. And when they bring William Regal into the ambulance, who's with him? Danielson.
Yeah.
So why is he not now trying to avenge Regal and hurt MJF?
He wasn't on Wednesday's show.
So then wait. You know?
Well.
Or have Claudio come and do
it. No. Why didn't Moxley do it?
Why didn't Moxley do it? Yeah.
Moxley's the bad motherfucker, right?
Yep.
Why didn't Moxley go? I told Regal to fucking kick rocks. I'm gonna kill you now. Like I'm gonna fucking smoke you. You're donezo.
Well, because I mean that's a simple one. You conned Regal, and you broke up what we had.
It was easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And I like Regal's explanation. I do. I couldn't teach you anything anymore. You're the world champion. You guys are all fucking very. You guys are all very fucking skilled and talented. Like I have nothing left to teach you at this point. It's so smart, and only a former wrestler who is brilliant in the wrestling business would leave like that. He could have just rode off in the sunset as MJF fucking smoked him.
Yeah.
And that's it. Dunzo.
Yeah.
No problem. Hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I'm going to go back to WWE. No, but he does the right thing by business. Oh, we're going to do this, like, pre-tape promo thing, and we're going to fucking talk about it, like, in case of my demise. Like, it's just all fucking very smart about how they played it. Now, the slow play with Danielson... How long are you going to slow play this? Because now he's going to wrestle Ricky Starks. So what are you going to do? Like, are you going to wait? Danielson has to wait until he's done with Ricky Starks? Danielson shouldn't wait. Danielson should come in, just kick him in the face and fucking be done. Take the belt.
Yep.
Take the belt. Just kick one time. Kick him in the face, dude. You want to talk about shock? People would be like, what the fuck is going on? It would be everywhere.
Yeah.
It would be blown up everywhere. All because MJF is the guy.
Right.
Listen, everyone knows MJF is the guy. Everyone knows that. But why does he need the belt now?
I'm getting real afraid because you're bringing something up that it makes me real nervous about a lot of wrestlers. I'm real afraid that he's going to be better. And it's very early. He just got the championship, but I'm really afraid that he's going to be better chasing the championship.
The Cody Rhodes syndrome.
Yeah.
Here we go. I knew it was coming.
I mean, forget it. The Dusty syndrome. You know. I mean.
Yeah. If he's not chasing the belt, dude. As soon as he has the belt, it's not.
He needs to be that chicken shit. Now that he has the, like you said. He needs to be that chicken shit, but now that he has the championship, he doesn't feel like he can be that chicken shit.
which is ridiculous.
Because
it's an even better time to be a chicken shit.
I mean, God, I hate to make a comparison, but one of the best chicken shit heels that ever held the WWE Championship.
Well, I mean, Ric Flair.
No. I was more recent.
Oh, chicken shit heel, The Miz.
The Miz.
He is The Miz.
He played a great chicken shit champion.
Dude, I can't wait till he gets there, because him and The Miz are gonna end up teaming up, dude. And my prediction will have come true. The Miz is gonna fucking bring this dude in, and they're gonna be a fucking outstanding team. They're about the same size. They move around the same way. They bump pretty much the fucking same way.
And I really feel like The Miz wants to take a backseat right now. Anyway.
Oh yeah, dude. He doesn't want to fucking be. He's got kids and shit. Like he wants to. He likes doing the fucking TV show and like you gotta remember this guy started in the real world when he was fucking 18.
Moved Miz into a a manager type role, you know.
I'd make him the GM of SmackDown.
Well, I'm saying if you're gonna have him with MJF, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd make him the GM of SmackDown.
Oh, and I'll let MJF run roughshod on SmackDown. Yeah.
And he can't beat the champion. Yeah. That's the whole purpose of the thing, and that's why he's brought in, because nobody can beat the champion. You bring MJF in, he fucking tries to do every dastardly thing possible. And like honestly, I don't think I would put him over when beating the champion right away. I think that everyone would suspect that he would win, but I would have the title change hands in a multi-person match, and neither one of the neither one of the people who would be suspected would be the champion.
The Jericho angle.
Smart, bro. Like, listen, man. Like that shit works. Just think about if fucking Triple H didn't get hurt, bro. If he didn't fucking blow out his quads, and. Listen, a lot of people hated Triple H when he was a wrestler. I was not in that category. I always saw value in him. And I saw even more value in him on his return from the quads. Because he came back looking like Lou fucking Ferrigno. And the leather jacket with the jean jacket over it, bro. And he fucking took his shirt off, and I was like, oh my God, bro! You're 3 times the size of what you were when you left.
That was one of the largest ovations when he returned that I've ever heard.
Dude, I've heard a lot of loud pops in my life. That is the loudest pop I've ever heard. Ever. It was it was pandemonium. Yeah. It was like Hogan. When he returned to WWE. Like him and the Hogan Rock. That want to talk about a fucking ovation. Dude, that didn't stop. And they slow played it so perfectly. Now that's 2 guys who understand acting. And they understand the dramatic pause. Because most guys would be so fucking fired up hearing that. They would just fucking be going to it. Quick and hard and fast. And
I mean, I think it was like 4 or 5 minutes that before they actually did anything.
Yeah, they just walked around the ring. They stared at each other, looked at the crowd, both sides. Like, oh my God, bro. Just fucking so good. Yeah. So good. And I'm not a Rock fan. I don't like The Rock as a wrestler. Like, I think that he's... a 1.5 as a wrestler.
He always sold really weird.
He took bumps weird.
That's what
bumps weird. And he once he started to make movies, it was like his bump taking was like even more limited. He was like, oh fuck, I'm just gonna kind of fall a little bit fucked up here just to make sure that I protect myself. And honestly, you're gonna get hurt more doing it like that. Yeah. You know, I give Ric Flair a fucking ton of credit, man, for bumping the way that he did after he broke his back and he found a new way to bump. Completely, exactly what they do not want you to do as a professional wrestler. Do not fall like that. Yeah. And he found a way to make it work because of his body. But that's what I'm concerned with, dude. The Rock is so massive now. It's a different type of body and physical ability that you need to have in a wrestling ring, that being as fucking giant as he is, his mobility is gonna be fucking so limited. Like, what could you possibly do? And like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna have a street fight for the titles.
And the thing is, like, what people forget with The Rock is that so much of his offense, so much of his in-ring style was based on his agility and his speed.
Yeah.
And there's no way that, first of all, he hasn't stepped in a ring in years.
And even if he has trained leading up, it doesn't matter.
Well, because he's gotten older, which means he's going to have lost a step. You know,
a step.
Well, you know what I mean. You know, but
and plus he's 90 pounds heavier than the last time that he was in the ring.
Yeah. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be, and maybe he'll blow our minds, and it'll be one of the best things we've ever seen at WrestleMania. You know, but
listen, bro, if CM Punk can blow you up, you got fucking big problems with Roman, man.
Yeah.
Because Roman is gonna come, and Roman will slow play it. Roman will bring in the mind games and like all that shit, and it will be a very slow paced match, and for good reason. Not just because that's how Roman wrestles, but for The Rock's benefit as well. But the thing about it is that it is a different type of thing. What happens after fucking 5, 6, 7 bumps into a match? Because I don't give a fuck how much he's training. He's not taking 6, 7 bumps in a row.
What happens after 4, 5, 6 minutes of a match?
Well, it's blow up city, man. When you're in front of, well, because if The Rock is there, it's an automatic sellout.
Oh,
they're gonna
absolutely.
and they're in Hollywood. Yeah. Forget it, dude. Every celebrity known to man is gonna be there.
They might not have a single civilian there.
They
it's
may
all
not.
Be
all the sky boxes will be sold out. Like the whole fucking deal, dude.
The whole list of celebrities, the A to Z list of celebrities.
Seriously, every C-level celebrity, you'll see them like up in the rafters.
Kathy Griffin will be holding Donald
Oh,
Trump.
that's fucked up. Don't make fuck her, dude. I hate Kathy Griffin. She's a fucking idiot. But you know, man, like there's really something to be said, dude, for being in ring shape.
Yeah.
And that is a different ball of wax, because look at a guy like Kevin Owens. He's got the body of a fucking baked potato. Okay? And that dude will fucking wrestle anybody for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd put him in the ring against any worker for 60 minutes.
Yeah, it's a whole different type of conditioning.
Exactly. It's not about appearance. It's a body business, but look at Dusty. That guy wrestled 60 minutes every night. He was a fucking slob for all of his career. Nobody you couldn't blow Dusty up. Like, how is that like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that guy, if everyone was like, Dusty really didn't like the gym. Oh, you're fucking kidding me. No way. You know, but I just saw Dustin the other night. Dustin looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Best he's ever looked, bro. Best he's ever looked.
That guy's got to be doing something.
Oh, he's on the fucking TRT like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 20.
That's the other thing, is they don't have to make you look huge, but like, I mean, they will let you perform.
Well, see, and that's what the TRT is.
Yeah.
The TRT is just getting you back to 25-year-old baseline.
Right.
So these guys are reversing their age to feeling like they're 25 again, with the testosterone and like the output and like the whole deal. You just have so much more energy to be able to fucking go and perform these fucking crazy feats at your age.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, Sheamus is not a young guy.
Nope.
Sheamus is definitely on something.
Oh, yeah. I think Sheamus has been on something most of his career.
Yeah. Because you don't look like that at fucking 39, 40 fucking years. He's like 46 years old, that guy. He's fucking jacked. And I like, Celtic workouts. Fucking roger that, bro. But, like, I don't give a fuck how much...
Does Celtic workouts involve eating raw liver? Is that what that is? I forget.
The 7 ancestral tenets. Yes, steroid needle in my fucking gluteus maximus is number one. Live a dick. Fucking idiot. But honestly, dude, like I really don't care who does steroids in the business. Like it's a body business. If that's what you need to do, and you feel that you need to do that to perform better, then fucking do it.
You do what you gotta do.
You are not a pro athlete in the terms of you're not regulated by a governing body of overseers who are like, hey, these are banned substances. What the fuck are we doing?
I do want it known, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think people should be honest about it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think if it was allowed, I think people would be more honest about it. Like, what's your routine? I do this.
I do, like, fucking 2 cycles of training.
Yeah.
I do some tests. Like, who can... I wouldn't care. That wouldn't make me look at any of those guys any differently.
Well, because then you won't see the things like, oh, I do like how do I do this? Oh, I eat this much a day and I work out.
Well, it's fucking bullshit, dude.
That's
all bullshit.
Problem. It's something that is unattainable. Unattainable.
Correct. And you have to understand that these guys are in a business where they're supposed to be superheroes,
right.
Live action superheroes. Name me a superhero movie where the guy is not fucking jacked.
Spider-Man.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, Ant-Man. Yeah.
Because who's that guy?
Paul Rudd.
Oh, no.
Is Ant-Man.
Oh, who's the other guy? I'm not thinking. The Incredible Hulk. Who's that guy?
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, fuck him.
No.
He's a slob. That guy. He's a slob. You know what I mean? Like, he has no business fucking playing that role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One of these, The Rock could play the Incredible Hulk. That's believable. I would believe that motherfucker. Because he looks like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo, it looks like a regular average Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Mark Ruffalo in the wrestling business could be a fucking Darby Allin.
Right.
Which, speaking of that, did you happen to catch that snuff? Basically the snuff match that he fucking had with fucking Samoa Joe. I told you about it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean,
what the fuck? Like, it's not even like
it's. We've talked about that before. It's totally unnecessary to go that hard into something that's a regular.
It's a work.
It's a regular TV like situation. You're not making people pay for that.
I like people suffering, okay? Especially in the wrestling business. I like a little bit of human suffering in the wrestling business. I think that there's something to be said for that. There is a difference between human suffering. Okay, perfect example. Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack doing death matches in Japan. That's fucking brutal shit. But, like, he wasn't, like, taking insane, crazy bumps. He was just falling onto shit or getting hit with things. When you're fucking taking suplexes and shit on the skateboard wheels with the metal trucks, and you're doing your suicide dive to the outside of the ring, and the homeboy is just walking off, and you're careening into the fucking floor in the steel barricade. Yeah. And then he's powerbombing you on the fucking ring apron, and I'm like, what? Like, why are you... And how is this kid kicking out?
Hey, you know, as Hulk would say, there's no reason to prostitute yourself out like that, you know.
Bro, I want it. Bro, I shit you not. I threw my phone.
Yeah, with that little shit interview when he's
about
Mick Foley of all people.
Yeah, when I saw that clip, I threw my phone.
Yeah.
I went, you are a dirty... Like, how dare you?
One of the nicest guys in the business, and you're gonna say shit like that when he busted his ass because that's how he could get over. Like, that's just...
Sorry that he wasn't gifted with doing steroids.
Yeah, and pushed to the moon by the biggest organization in the world.
No, he had to toil away on the fucking indie scene and pay his dues the hard way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Hogan didn't, man. Hogan definitely did the road. But not like Foley.
Not like Foley did.
Well, this has been fucking Pro Wrestling Summit, man. Amen.
Another one down.
Another one bites the dust. Hey, make sure that you fucking tune in next week. You already know what it is, man. We release this on Saturday. Just We recorded just prior to SmackDown. We're gonna go watch SmackDown. See if Uncle Howdy makes an appearance.
Or if anything happens with that. We didn't even talk about him this week.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him.
See you next week.